it's humbling for me to say this, and you know, this is rooted in humility. If you guys are not inspired enough to go out there and take massive action in your business, then perhaps I'm not doing a good enough job, right? So maybe there's not any follow-up, maybe there's not accountability. So I will take ownership of everything, because if I don't take ownership of it, then how do I get better and how do we grow? So if you guys need help, if you just feel like you're inspired, but you just need that extra little help, support, whatever it is, to take the action in your business, because you know it's going to help you grow, then hit me up, call me, let me know. I'll get you an accountability buddy. I'll meet you in the office. I'll sit alongside you and create some content. You want to go out and you want me to hold the phone and tell you the words to say, you guys, I don't care. I'm here to support you guys, not here just to inspire and motivate people. I'm here to inspire people to take action, because when you take action in this business, amazing things come. And so I wanted to start out with that. Apologize if necessary, and let you guys know that I'm here 100%. So before we get rolling on this beautiful, beautiful Friday morning, I'm actually going to turn it over to somebody that may not be driving. Let's see if I can see some faces here. All right, don't tell me that, because I'll pull up. All right, I love it. So Maria, I'm going to turn it over to you. Maria has been leading, doing things big up in Sacramento. So Maria, I'm going to have you bring us out on the field on this beautiful, beautiful Friday morning. So without further ado, Miss Maria and her beautiful spiky hair. But just so you guys know, don't try to touch her hair ever. Somebody try to come up and touch her hair. Not okay. So Maria, let's hear from you. Let's have you bring us out on the field today.
Well, good morning. Good morning. Let's do a mic check. How's it sounding over there?
It's good. It's a little lower than normal, but I can still hear you.
Yeah, that's on purpose. No, I'm kidding. Well, good morning, everyone. It is an amazing, beautiful Friday. And I just want to say thank you. Thank you for all of you that have been showing up this week. I have been seeing your reels. I have been seeing you showing up at these coaching sessions. And, you know, we're getting ready to head off into the weekend. And so one of my thoughts for you today is to go out and crush it. Just crush it. I have been doing, and my team has been doing the coaching, ay Dios mío, the script sessions in Sacramento. And I can tell you what a difference it's making, not only for me, but for them. And it's because they show up. And, you know, I'm always telling people, you just got to show up. You got to show up to go up, show up to go up. And people don't do that. So go do those open houses, go door knock. I know that Darius is out there this morning door knocking. Show up, be present and show up, because your business will transform itself by you just showing up. Have a blessed and wonderful weekend. Peace out.
I love it. Here's the thing, you guys, like the people in this environment, they're not heroes. Everyone that is doing the things that you see on social media, they're just like you. Everyone is just like you. If you see a cool video that Cynthia posted, if you see a cool video that maybe some celebrity posted, they're no different than you. They're a human being just like you. All they're doing is taking action. So I know that we've been talking about this book, and I wanted to start today with just some thoughts before we get rolling into our mastermind about Wednesday. And I want to share with you some people that are taking some massive action in the last couple of days. So put some things in a perspective in your life and in your business. And it is the one more questions to ask yourself to lead to an extraordinary life. Now, there is on this book right here, there's 41 questions to ask yourself. But I was just looking at this during my morning read, and think about these things and everything that you're doing in your life and business. I want to share a couple with you because they're important. How can I do one more thing to improve my relationship with my children today? Is there one more thing I can do to make my family feel more special today? Is there one more thing that I could do to show my appreciation to people I work with? What's one more way I can adjust my thinking so I make fewer excuses, right? What part of this situation can I control right now? What's one more thing I can do to calm myself down today? Is there one more thing that I can do to bring more gratitude to my life today? Right? When we think about it in the simplest terms, you guys, what's one thing that you can do today to take a step for you having a better life overall, right? Like, let's not think about this as a cataclysmic event that needs to happen in our life and business in order for us to be successful. It's just about taking small steps. And that's why I really, really am digging this book. If you guys have not dove into this book, I highly, highly encourage you. make this a daily read, put this in the bathroom, whenever you have a chance to read 10 pages of this book. I promise you, it will change the way that you think and put a lot of things into perspective. When I think about the one more, I think a lot about Nkosi recently, because Nkosi has been showing up early every single day and making the calls. And I know that you guys are, but I see him a lot in the office. It's like, what is that one extra day showing up to the office going to do for his business? What's that one extra session that he sits in going to do for his business? Because he has been at every single session for the last couple months that I can remember. So I want to ask you guys, from Friday or from Wednesday, what were some things that were aha moments, and what did you instantly go out and apply in your business from what we learned about on Wednesday? I want to have a conversation because I didn't get to talk to you guys about it. It was great information. We had a great mastermind. We heard great information. People were taking notes, but what did you learn, and what was the action that you took straight after that? So I see Ben's hand up. Cool. I see Michael's hands up. Let's get a few hands up and I'm gonna work the room. So Ben, let's hear from you. Ben is one of our brothers from Southern California. So Ben, let's hear from you. What did you learn, and what were your action steps?
Hey everyone, thanks for letting me come on this morning. One of the biggest things I learned on Wednesday was call to action. We can do tons of reels and stories, but if there's no next step for someone, to keep it really simple, you know, people just watch your feed and they probably just swipe up and whatever. So, you know, I was more intentional. I either put a link like you, Elias. There was one where I put, if you like what you see or whatever, DM me by putting the word DM on there, and or a fire emoji on there. And, you know, I've been getting some response on that. So, yep.
Dude, I love it. I love it, brother. Seven, you guys. I booked 7 new appointments with agents that are not at our team that are interested in growing in 2022. All I did was that one video, and I just posted it. And I said, if you're an agent that wants to grow their business in 2022 and beyond, DM me the word grow, and I'll give you tips and advice, right? 7. I booked 7 appointments since Wednesday from making one short reel. We're going to go into some other things that I chose to take action on that I want to share with you guys to hopefully inspire you to take action. But Michael Swanson, let's hear from you.
Yeah, kind of to reiterate what Ben said, just to be more intentional with social media. Like, I've done my fair share of reels, and I feel like I just do them just to do them. Sometimes I get a little bit of feedback on them, I get some comments, but after the meeting on Wednesday, I went and was trying to figure out what I can provide to potential leads once I do make my story and say, hey, you know, DM me the word home. So I went on a high note and started putting together a presentation to kind of send to people. So today I will do my story and tell people to DM me the word home and have this high note presentation ready to send out to them once they do.
I love it. I love it. Absolutely love it. Joe Allen, you took action. So what were a few aha moments, things that you learned, and what did you take a massive action on? And I could see it in your face, like something happened.
Oh yeah, I posted the videos, and what I found, nobody responded to it, but I don't care. It didn't bother me. I did it anyways, and I'm going to keep doing it. So I didn't get any likes or messages, DMs that they want to, you know, interested in home right now. But what I have found out is that people love animals and people love food, because I'm getting high response on using my animals and my food and the kids. So that's basically your repetition is your brand. So I'm going to keep repeating on what I do on my dailies, because that's my brand. That's who I am. And people are going to follow me for that and want to work with me, because they're going to find, you know, things in themselves that they can relate to me with, I guess, you know.
Joel, I absolutely love this. There was a 4-letter word that stood out for me on Wednesday, and it was reps, right? You just got to do the reps, right? Yeah, you went to the gym on Wednesday and then you lifted your shirt up and you try to flex from the side and you didn't see the cuts on the side. Well, shit, it was one video, right? It's like one video. It's like a really good workout. You felt great. You sweat. You didn't see the cuts. Well, you do the reps over and over and over again, and you're going to find those people. Like V makes a lot of videos about cooking, right? She's the cooking realtor. So Joellen, I love that you took action, and I love that you're still committed no matter what. Because a lot of times we're looking for that glorification. Sometimes it doesn't come, but that's when it's okay, right? It's cool because I'm still going to create, I'm still going to create, I'm still going to create. And then there's going to be that one time where I create something. And let's take Cynthia, for example. And Cynthia, if you're on, I want you to chime in. Cynthia's been creating videos. So she had this cool edited video, community spotlight, drone dropping in, and it hit flat. And then she created one directly from her phone with some cool captions, and it hit. She thought that one that was all about the community was going to hit. And so let's have Cynthia chime in, then I'm gonna go to Chris and I'll go to Demian. So Cynthia, since I just talked about you, can you talk about this particular situation?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Sorry, guys, I'm still getting ready for my day, so I'm not camera ready yet. But Elias and I were talking about this just the other day. Like, my video that I spent $400 on was a flop. It had not a flop, but it only had like 300 views, right? And then I took just a quick trending video that I saw, and it took me literally, you guys, 15 seconds to put it together. Instead of an hour and a half that I paid tons of money for. That 15-second video got over 5,200 views. Like bananas of difference, right? So just be authentic. Use your cell phone. What it taught me is there's no reason for me to go out and spend buco bucks when I can do it myself. And it takes me little to no time. And then my action step, because I don't want to just leave this as, yay, hoorah, I discovered something. Next is my action step is going to be to check out Capture. That's the video editing that a lot of you guys have offered that was like, hey, this is free. This is great. So I'm going to go check. Yeah, CapCut. That's what it is. Thank you, CapCut. That's what I'm going to do this weekend is research that so that I can just keep making these raw and authentic videos.
I love it. I absolutely love it. And so the idea, Joan, like we don't ever know what's going to hit. But I think that from Wednesday, what we learned is like, well, who's the audience that I'm speaking to? And how can I hook them in my open liner? Right. And it's funny that Neil talked about nobody cares about the details of the transaction. I know this title person, she's a VP. I've been working with her for years, and she created a video that was like deep into the transaction. We're talking 3 weeks, probably into a 30-day escrow, and like talked about details that it doesn't hit because it doesn't apply to the masses, right? And so there was things that like, it made me really think like, what is the message to the masses and how can I talk to all those people, right? What are the biggest challenges you'll face as a new home buyer in 2022? Right? What are the 5 advantages for you to buy a home right now in this market? What are the mistakes that you don't want to make right now as a new home buyer? Like those are things that I want to know. I want to watch that a little bit more. So I learned that the hooks are more important than they've ever been. Chris Edwards, let's hear from you.
Okay, this is more of a problem that I'm facing, and I think it's more of a personal thing, and I'm trying to see if anybody out here can help me with this. It's about staying original, because I know in this business we're supposed to copy a lot of things, but I'm more of I like to do my own thing within the realm of, with, like I said, originality. But I'm having a problem. Like I give you an example. Eric Kane, he did a video with a little comedy in it, and I was setting myself up to do some comedy, and it's like Eric beat me to it, so it got me discouraged from it, pulled me back. So does anybody have any suggestions when you face that, you see something that you did that you want to do and somebody already did it? Do you just go out and just put it out there and just say forget it? Or, you know what I mean?
Yeah, and I love you for saying that, hey, I have a challenge. Is there anybody on the call that can help me with the challenge? I'm going to give my advice to you, and then I'll open it up to the team. I'm getting off in Livermore the other day, and I have to use the restroom, so I stop at a 7-Eleven. On the corner right there, you have In-N-Out, the line is packed. You have Jack in the Box, line is packed. And then you have Chick-fil-A going in right next door, right? Or excuse me, yeah, Chick-fil-A. It's going in right next door. So on one corner, you have 3 major establishments, right? They all offer something a little bit different, but at the end of the day, what is it? It's fast food. Well, the way that the message is conveyed, whether it's fresh, whether it's a simple menu, whether it is your late night munchy snack, whatever it is, it's all said a little bit different, but the same thing comes out of it. I get some fast food, it's quick and it's convenient. Your messaging can be completely different, but have the same product. And it's okay because you're not Eric Kane, right? You're not Eric Kane. That's individuality. So no matter what, even if it's a funny video, cool. Maybe I'm funnier than him, or maybe the people think that he's not funny and I'm funny. It doesn't really matter, right? Because I want to go get a hamburger. It doesn't matter, man. Like at the end of the day, why is there a Burger King when there's a fucking McDonald's across the street? Why is there a McDonald's across the street when there's an In-N-Out? It's the same thing. It's just a different message, man. So, dude, who cares? Who cares? So I know people have some thoughts on this one. Please feel free to chime in.
All right, you guys. So if you see something that you did already, yeah, I'm letting y'all know I'm not copying. I'm just trying to get this money.
So I'm going to share a video with you in just a couple minutes that I created based off of some things that Neil said. Well, I'm not Neil. He's not me. We're both individuals. I know where I learned this stuff from. I'm not mad to give any credit, but at the end of the day, man, it's you. It's you. Have some fun with it. George Martinez, you had your hand up, brother.
Yeah, so I honestly, I think if you see someone else doing something, definitely just do it. I mean, I've gotten some of my best videos off of duplicating what like a top agent in Texas, like moved to Texas. I followed her and I loved her videos and I was like, you know what, that's a great video. Let me just go ahead and like my buyer consultation reel. I got that idea from her and I was like, holy shit, that's a great video. Let me duplicate that and add my own spin to it. Plus at the Forward Academy, Jen Goliath, I think that's her last name, she'd mentioned make content that you could repurpose. Like, don't say like something like, yeah, you can make videos that are talking about the market right now, but also generalize content that in 6 months later, you're not like, oh shit, I ran out of content ideas. You're like, you know what, let me repurpose that. Because she said there was one video that she thought was gonna hit and it flopped. And then she repurposed it a few months later and her following had grown by a couple of thousand new followers and her audience changed. And when she reposted that video, she was like, fuck, that video blew up. It ended up catching her a Forbes article she had mentioned. She ended up on like a radio show. She said within 72 business hours, she ended up making over $400,000 off just repurposing that video. And people didn't even remember the video from 6 months ago. And she's like, even her mom was calling her, congratulating her. And she was like, what the fuck, mom? Like, I posted that same video 6 months ago. So, I mean, I think that was my biggest takeaway is when you're making content, remember that you're not only making it for people that don't follow you, but generalize it. And also something I'm working on too that I got from Fast Forward is figuring out your audience. Don't generalize it. Like What's a Mortgage said that his audience is Republicans or first-time home buyers could be like some of yours, just kind of figuring out your niche and just running with it. Like for me, I'm learning these last couple of months, maybe investors aren't my niche. Maybe mine's is first-time home buyers. And so maybe that's what I'm going to start making my content more so instead of investors or just trying to grab what I can reach. And actually that going in with the help mentality has really helped because now I just got another social media lead yesterday from someone that I've known for years, but haven't seen in like a decade. And she was like, you know what? I have a ton of realtor friends that every time I ask them questions, they try to sell me. She's like, every time I reach out to you about your video, you just DM'd me answering my question with no expectation. So that's why I'm going with you.
I love this, Chris, because look around. Like you might take something that Roxanne said, something that George said, something that Joe Ellen said and say, you know what? Hey guys, 2 tips that I learned from Joe Ellen Brooks today, right? And like repurpose something that she just said. Hey guys, I want to share with you 3 top lessons I've learned from Apple over the course of the last 5 years in regards to marketing, right? They already said it. Now you're just regurgitating it in your own words, man. So we see this all across the industry. I do it, my man. I do it. So some good stuff. I'm getting some good interaction here. Jeff, he wanted to chime in. He's in the middle of burpees or something. So Jeff, you want to hop in on this one, brother?
Yeah, most definitely. First of all, just do that thing. Like, who cares? Just do it. And then also you can be strategic about it. So if you see somebody do something and you're like, I don't want to recycle it within the first 12 hours, sit on it for a second, give it 48 hours, and then have everything, your caption already, and then post it at 7 a.m. Boom, you're ready to go, just like he told you. But never hold yourself back just because somebody else did something. Most of my content that I put up is just coming from like, oh, I'll go through the reels and then I'll see a trending sound and I'll be like, oh, I like that sound. And then I'll go through the reels that are all connected to that trending sound and I'll get a couple of ideas and then you put it together in yours. But like, yeah, don't hold yourself back. Your biggest asset is you. And that's just your fear and your self-doubt kicking in to give you an excuse not to execute. So don't give that voice Silencio Bruno, you know what I'm saying? Make sure that you just don't give that any power and then move in your purpose, brother.
I love it. I absolutely love it, Jeff. Because at the end of the day, man, when you look on TikTok, when you look on IG, when you look on Reels, how many thousands of people are doing the same dance? How many thousands of people are doing the same dance? You might see one like, oh, they didn't do that really. They're off. Their lips are off. Their moves are off. And you see one, you're like, damn, that hits right there. That hits, right? So it's like, there's thousands of people doing the same thing, right? But there's only one of you, Chris. There's only one of you, right? Nicole Penland, you had your hand up, then we'll go to Sakia.
I was gonna say the same thing. As you are you, like at the end of the day, you're not gonna go change your clothes today because other people on the call got on a black t-shirt. So, you know, just make it your own. If it stood out to you, it resonates with you. So regurgitate that in your own words to your people, because everybody, you know, communicates differently. So you got to break it down for your audience.
That's right. That's right. Sakia, let's hear from you.
Everything that everybody said, that's all good, but TikTok and social media make it so easy. You can just remix their reel, put the video of them up, and on the side, you can have a video of you. I stole Maria's video from Wednesday and remixed it because hers look better than mine. And then I put a video of me and her up. If they make it so easy, they make it so you could duplicate it, remix it. It'll be their video and your video. Boom, done, easy. That's it.
That's right. Damian, let's go to Damian. So Damian has literally taken his business in the last couple of weeks and said, you know what, I'm going to change some things and I'm going to go in a different direction. And he has. So Damian, let's hear from you, brother. Chime in on this. The original question or topic was what you learned from Wednesday and what you've applied, but I'm sure you want to chime in on what everyone's saying too, my brother. So let's hear from you.
Yeah. No, good morning. I would like, when we had our first coaching session last week, it kind of already started getting my wheels turning on what else I could do and how much more creative I could get on the content side. Again, just to let my sphere, my people, my followers, because we all have our own audience, to let them know, you know, what it is that I do. And I was confusing people with the content that I was putting out. It's like, okay, this guy is a dad, he's a husband, but is he like a rapper realtor that sometimes sells houses? And I just had to think about the balance of what message I was putting out. So I was already in the mode of making videos, but then on Wednesday, I don't know why, but he just made it so much more clear and how easy it was to just get on social media and make the content. Now I just been letting it rip. Like yesterday, I was at the office for an hour and a half, and I sent over 30 videos instead of text and calls as my follow-up. And you've been saying that for months to do that, but I didn't do this shit until yesterday and this week. Like I sent 10 prior to yesterday, but then yesterday I sat down for an hour and sent over 30 videos, and I might've got like 4 responses back, but it felt a lot better. And it just got me over myself. I'm like, why wouldn't I have done this a long time ago and let people see my face? If they don't like me, they don't want to work with me, so the fuck what? I just need one person to say yes. And it's good, because once I start talking to them about real estate, I know what the fuck I'm doing. I just need to get in front of people. And taking this advice, again, Wednesday, that motivated me even more. He's like, just do it and just talk to the people. Talk to them plain. Don't talk over their heads. Don't try to make it too difficult. And it's good. It's like, again, the people that aren't going to listen are going to listen. The people that aren't, they aren't. So whatever. But it is giving me a lot more energy to do this. And I just feel like I'm being a help on another end, because I'm not just talking about real estate. I'm trying to motivate people in a whole different, just on a life basis. Like, I got a lot of people that could care less about buying a house, but they do want to feel better about themselves on a daily basis. I feel great about myself besides the money I make sometimes. So why not share that with other people? So that's that's really my takeaway from Wednesday, and again from the first coaching with you. I just appreciate all of it, because again, it's reinvigorated the energy that I have behind my business.
Listen to that, you guys. 30 videos sitting in one of the pods at the office yesterday. Like you have to think, and you have to realize how powerful that is. When he just said it, he knows he's not been taking full action, and then in one day, but you can see how he feels about it. You can see like I feel good about this. I'm getting myself out there, and the great things are going to come. So Damian, shout out to you. Let's hear from one other person. Ben, you had your hand up again, or is that an old hand?
Oh, I got my hand up again just to chime in, if that's okay.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead, brother.
No, that's just one thing I wanted to mention. Everyone's answers were great. You know, it's like, just do it at the end of the day. Another challenge I would give you is just be consistent. You know, a lot of people you see on social media, you know, just love to do what they do sporadic, but what you don't know is that a lot of agents are doing sporadically, once a month, once every other week. But my challenge to you, like I grew my Instagram in a year to 1,000 followers, and it was all organic. And the only way I did that was consistency. And it's either a real story that are trending right now. So, you know, there's so much content out there that you can put. And like everyone says, you know, if you don't know what to do, just rip and duplicate, but just be original. And also the other term too, I've learned from someone else, is evergreen content. So that's something I also learned from Wednesday as well, is make it more evergreen, so that it's not just a one, you know, they see it and forget it. It's something that they can learn, get value from, and you can use that value content for the long run to repurpose, like everyone else is saying. So
Yeah,
thanks.
I absolutely agree. Daniela, are you on today? I thought I saw you on there. Let me just double check. Danielle, I'd love to hear your takeaways from Wednesday's session and what you are committed to taking massive action on in your business. Danielle, are you there? All right, cool. We're going to move on. So I want to share a couple things with you guys. I think that this is important that you guys know that I'm not going to ask you guys to do something, and I'm not going to put you in these spaces without doing it myself. So I've created a series of different videos. These are going to go out to an editor. The editor is then going to give me back my captions, my reels. But literally, I took shit from what we learned the other day. And just to give you a quick example. Stop comparing brokerages. If you are looking. So there's one hook there. Here's another one. Let's see what this one is. Your phone is not your CRM. Many agents make the mistake of saying, oh yeah, I put all of my clients in my phone and they're not in a CRM. So these are just some, and these are from more agent attraction, but 1,000 songs in your pocket. Let me elaborate. When Apple launched the iPod. So I took the things that we talked about the other day and I said, let me repurpose some of this information and make it about. When I said 1,000 songs in your pocket, the correlation on that video is that how are you speaking to the masses? Because it wasn't about a digital music player. It wasn't about an MP3 player. It was about now you have 1,000 pockets or 1,000 songs in your pocket. Who does that speak to? That speaks to everyone, because all of us have some type of relationship with music, right? And so instead of taking it from like a digital device and some technology that I don't know or nor do I understand, and being like, you have 1,000 songs in your pocket, that could be anything, right? It could be anything. That spoke to the masses. And so I'm now thinking about that in the messaging. So it helped me to shift my own thoughts. So you guys, as soon as we got off that call, I changed my shirt and I just sat there and I started recording. Now, obviously it will grow and it will develop over time, but you guys, you just got to literally sit there. If there was one thing you heard today, like, okay, cool, you guys, hey, I want to share with you this. Hey, why should you come to group coaching? Why should you get in an environment? Why do you mastermind? Why do you share your thoughts? All these things. That's a really, really good question. That's a really good a hook to get people to want to join these groups. So anybody else take massive action from Wednesday that they want to share, something that they learned, something that was an aha moment that they want to share with the group? Let's see, Cortez, let's hear from you, big dog.
So I learned a lot of things on Wednesday. One of the things that stood out was how you work the reels and how you work your stories. So the reels are to attract, and the stories is to keep your spirit to see what's going on in your life, like a reality show. So I thought that was pretty big. I'm meeting with Matt Barber, the one who did the level
Yeah.
up session right after this, so he could critique my page and kind of help me. I got a few videos in the vault. I just haven't put them out yet, but I wanted him to critique a few things. But that's the action I'm taking.
Love it. Love it. Nice. Rapid fire from you, my man.
Yeah, how's everybody going this morning? Good. One thing that I got, and I'm seeing that a lot of you guys are also doing, is that you're creating like a pool of your videos like in advance, and like 3 or 4 videos, because one of the problems that we can probably have is trying to create videos on the go every day when we already having busy lifestyles of doing realtor type things. And so I remember I did some coaching with Crystal Mashore one time, and a lot of the things that we're touching, we're kind of, going back on what she said. But I'm thinking like on Mondays, like for me, I need to be able to just like set a schedule, hit all my videos out of the way, therefore they're done for the week. And I think that Neil kind of touched bases on that as well.
Yeah, I love it. Batching content is super important. I want to share something with you guys. And this is like, it just goes to show that people love you. The personal side of you, people love that, because obviously I create a lot of videos, post a lot of stuff, but this reel right now has nothing to do with real estate. And it had 4932 views, and it's literally us rocking out to Nirvana. That right there got me almost 5,000 views. And if I just look at raw organic, that's 284 likes and 8 comments. You guys, that's just me documenting my journey. And so many people, oh my God, the memories and this and that. It was such a powerful, powerful moment. Go ahead, Damian.
Was it you that showed that video of Gary Vee when he was talking about, obviously it's cool to get paid for what I do, but I do this more so for the content?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, so with that being said, like, we don't have to be super pointed and meticulous about what you're going to do. You do a million different things during the day that, like you just said, you and your daughter listening to music in the car, like you literally turn the camera on for 30 seconds and you have a reel. Like, is that simple.
And that will live on forever. And like, we'll probably get to 5,000, but it was just such a cool moment. And like, I shared it, and so many people, and now people see like the dad side of me, right? It's not just always business. It's not me just trying to say some inspirational shit. It's like, they see the dad side of me. They see the lover in me. They see, they see a different side of me. So I want to encourage you guys to really, really like just lean into the person that you are, and know that it's okay. I'm going to share some things with you guys right now, and I'm going to put this link inside of the chat, and you guys can have this document. You can have all the links. This was a document that was created. Let me get to the top. These are the top hooks. These are the top openers. These are the top brand ideas, or excuse me, content ideas. So you guys will have every single thing in here, from how to benefit by doing the benefit. It will show you when to put it in, what to put it in, and how to put it in. You guys have all these links. This is a relevant weird topic. This is a weird lesson on blank topic from unexpected source. So these are things that you can really use in your content creation. What's the best thing that I learned from the specific group? Right? What's the one thing that I learned from group coaching today? What's the one thing that I learned from Christian Mason, or whatever it is? I don't give a shit. What's the worst thing from a specific group is this. The worst CRM for agents is. The worst X is this. You guys, this list goes on and on and on. And I was watching some of these videos, checking out the links, and it's really, really cool to give you some ideas. And then you'll actually see people doing this. So what I want to encourage everyone to do is take this document, and let me put it here in the chat. I want you guys to take this document. I want you to watch. I want you to read. I want you to explore, and I want you to find like, okay, what you'll find is you'll see nuances in the hooks and how they're getting our attention in the first 30 seconds. This was created and given to me just last night. And you guys, it is absolutely, absolutely powerful. So You guys have that. Use that. Use it to your advantage and start creating some amazing, amazing content. Damian, you had your hand up. Oh, is that an old hand? All right, cool. Cool. You guys, what else is on your mind? What else? Who else created, wants to share some of their thoughts and takeaways from Wednesday? Anybody else? Okay. So my question to everybody, and I want you guys to just sit in this for a second. All the coaching, the training, the messages, the seminars, the things that you're seeing, the people that you're following, the videos that you're watching when you're on the shitter, when you have a couple down moments, whatever it is, right? You're watching all this stuff, you're hearing all this stuff, you're training on all this stuff. My question to you is why? And this question is to the people, and you know who you are. Why aren't you doing it? If you know that you have an ability to reach thousands of people that could essentially drive your business because you're able to serve them and help them. And if you were to get paid on one deal at $1 million, you're probably looking at a cool $20,000, $30,000, depending on your split. My answer or my question to you is why? Like, why aren't you creating? Why aren't you putting yourself in the best position that you possibly can to meet new people that you can essentially serve? Because let's do a quick survey down below. Give me a reaction if you truly, truly, truly want to serve and help people with their largest purchase of their life. Please give me a reaction down below if that's part of who you are and why you're doing this. Okay. So then put yourself in that position of being able to help more people. Well, how am I going to help more people? They got to see me. They got to know that I'm out here. I want to drop some knowledge. I want to help. I want to be insightful to people out there. So if the intent is to truly, truly serve consumers at the highest level to impact their life, because maybe you didn't have that growing up. Maybe you had struggles. Maybe your parents didn't have shit like my parents growing up. So if your intent is to want to serve people, then why? Why are you allowing yourself not to do it? And if you don't have the answer now, that's fine. Make that an introspective question, because you have to find that answer. You have to find that. And whether it's you find it here, whether you find it with me one-on-one, or whether you just find it at home when you're reading, you're like, you know what? I'm just going to create a video for all the awkward people out there. Do you feel awkward about creating video? So do I. So I figured I would make this video to share with you why or how I got over my fear of creating my first video. I promise you, I would watch that video. I would watch that video. For all you extroverts or for all you introverts out there, I want to make this video directly for you. You with me? Cool. I want to share that video. I want to speak to those people. Joellen, you had your hand up.
Yeah, absolutely. I agree with everything you're saying, but not only that, but our team has the ability right now to like be everywhere and be seen together. So we're not doing this by ourselves. We're doing these videos together. And I'm all the way up here in Cameron Park. It's like 2 hours from the Bay Area. I did a community event last night for the community. I sponsored the movie, and an agent was there, an EXP agent came over. He's all, "You're with Fast Real Estate? I didn't know Fast Real Estate was up here in Cameron Park. You guys are coming up here now?" I'm like, "Yeah, me and I have another coworker that's in Diamond Springs. We're starting to, recruit up here, hope or attract." And he's all, "Oh my God, that's cool." He's like, "Yeah, I follow Kenny Trong, and how are you liking the team?" But it's the exposure. And he said, "You guys are having major events." So we're all the way up here, but they're seeing everyone's posts and videos and stories. And now that makes us doing this together. Now they're going to want to come with us, and we're just going to take over massively. And so when you're making the video, think of your teammates too. Like, let's do this together.
Yeah, I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. Tanika, someone's coughing. Can you stop cough or mute yourself? Sorry. So, I mean, don't stop coughing. I mean, cough if you have to, but mute yourself while you're coughing. Shanika, you had your hand. Sorry, guys. Sometimes shit just comes out. Shanika, let's hear from you. You had your hand up. I love
You're
you
not
guys.
choking over there.
Just stop breathing. Just stop it.
Just cough
Good
quietly. Jesus.
Good morning, everybody. Good
What's
morning,
up,
Elias.
Shanika?
So on Wednesday, I did a video. I have done a couple of videos and I have not posted them, but I'm gonna post them this weekend, I promise. So, but I took out of Wednesday. I like the bit of 90 seconds to get more people, to get out to more people, make it 90 seconds or less. I did do a video with I opened up a door with one of our agents, Antonio. So we did a video that is on my Instagram.
Why
But
are you waiting
so
to post the
my
other
thing is just
videos?
to make more.
Why are you waiting to post the videos?
I don't know. It's like I do the video and then I get a little scared of what the like. I don't know. Maybe it's like the hook. I need to like he talked about the hook. That was good. I don't know why I get a little scared, I guess. I got the videos in my phone, but then I get scared to post them.
Okay, by show of hands, how many people have ever got a little fearful of posting a video? Okay, Shanika, 2 words for you. Hit send. Just hit send. Because you know, some of the stuff that we think is choppy is the stuff that takes off, right? You never know.
Yeah.
But if you live in that, like, oh, well, I'm gonna hold on to that one. Oh my God, I'm gonna wait. Like, if I look back at my videos from 4 years ago, I never had a hook. I didn't know what I was talking about. Like I had some thoughts, but I didn't know how to like categorize the ideas. So just put it out there, hit send, just hit send. And then go back and look at your feed and you'll be like, wow, 100 views on this. It's crazy. 5,000 views because we're rocking out to Nirvana. Like, you never know. So just hit send and stop waiting. Promise you. I promise you.
Yeah.
Good
Yeah.
stuff, you guys. All right. What else? Let me go around the room. Andrew, you had your hand up. We'll come to Colette next.
I know on our coaching calls last few weeks, it's been like posting videos, and I've had lots of videos on my phone, and for whatever reason, same thing. Like I've been really hesitant to post it, and I had stuff sitting in my drafts, but I finally like went ahead and did it, and it was so cool just like doing it and then like putting it out there in the world and then seeing all the feedback and just now I know like how to improve, and like if I didn't do it, I think it would have just been sitting there and wouldn't know like what's next. So now I know like, okay, this next steps, I need to add a hook in order to get more views and like get more people interested in the video, and then do the call to action at the end to get more feedback. So I think that was a really like good takeaway from me.
So these are your most 2 recent ones, the Tree Society and then this one over here, right?
Yep.
So these were just posted a couple days ago. Check it out, you guys. 2,800 views and 3,800. That means that's 6,000 people almost that have seen his face. This community video that he did about all this undeveloped land in this certain park in Huntington Beach. This was a really, really good video. And look at the type of responses, or look at the type of engagement he's gotten on this video. So I love that you're actually doing this, taking that initiative and going out there and posting it. Colette, let's hear from you. And then we'll come back to you, Jeff.
Good morning, beautiful people. Hey, I've had some ups and downs with video. And I got from the other day, just so much fire. I mean, so much wisdom there. But I've done videos that I thought were gonna like blow the hell up, and they flopped. And then I've accidentally hit send on some drafts. Like those 2 buttons are right there together, and you think you're hitting save, and you go boom, and it's like, oh shit, and they've taken off. So you just never know what's gonna hit, and you just hit send. Even by accident, sometimes it's
totally. And your videos are gangster. I love it, because here's the thing, and here's what Neil helped us realize, I think, is that sometimes we create video because we think it's going to be a good video. Well, would the masses think that it's a good video? Is this answering a challenge that somebody might be having? Is this entertaining somebody? Is this informing them of someone? Is this solving a problem that someone has in their life or in their business or in their search, right? And I think like when we think about that, like, how is this video going to be solution based? I love that. Because now you think about your video in a completely different way. Does this answer a question? Does this solve a problem? Does this entertain in a certain way? And then I'm like, okay, now let me switch my format or my mindset behind this video. So Colette, love what you're doing. Jameen, you had yourself off of mute. Was that a new contribution? All right, cool. So you guys, let's do this. I want to get some type of commitment from everybody. If you guys are not driving, when you think about this next week, like whether it is creating on Instagram, whether it's creating on TikTok, whether it's creating a LinkedIn and writing a blog because you're a prolific writer, whatever it is, right? Like what is the commitment to build your content base in the next week, right? My commitment is to make 10 videos and I'm going to send those all to the editor and have them do some cool screen grabs and captions and things like that. That's my commitment for the week. So I want to know, like, what are your commitments? And if you don't have some, now would be a great time to declare those things and commit to the things that you say and declare. So put them in the chat below. Like, what are your commitments for the next week in regards to creating content that is going to build more awareness to who you are? Batch 5 videos with hooks and calls to action. You guys, once again, I want to bring you back to that 7 appointments in 2 days. Now, for me, that's different because this is agent attraction, but what would 7 appointments do for your business right now? 7 appointments would be amazing for you. Say you close 1 of them. Cool. 1 for 7. Those are great numbers, you guys. Nicole, you had your hand up.
I wanted to let you know that the document that you shared, everyone is being denied access.
Yeah, I just looked at it's restricted, so I have to take all of that information and copy it and put it on another document. So I'll do that.
Okay, I just didn't want you to check off and not know that.
Yeah.
And then, yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, cool. Anything else? Sorry. Thank you for telling me.
Oh, I was just gonna add in. So I'm a very musical person. For those that get a little shy to click send, listen to Ain't Never Scared by Bone Crusher and then hit send. Be Bone Crusher.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right, so let's take a look at some of this. I'm on the way to my barber and got to film a reel. Batch 5 videos and hooks to call to action. I'm going live on IG today at 2, making a popsicle and giving away $25 gift card. Hop on. I'm scared. I love that. Being on live, no matter how many times I've done it, Joe Ellen, it's fucking awkward. It's weird. You're waiting for people to come on. You're waiting for the other person to come on. You're like, hey, Colette. Hi. Yeah, wonderful. It's awkward. Okay. Just know that going into it. It's a little bit awkward, but have some fun with it. Cynthia says, shoot a reel about door knocking and overcoming that fear. Exactly what Colette said. Team Fast should be taking advantage of the resources and make video. I know you have an editor and video room at your disposal. Yeah, absolutely. Maria says 5 videos. All right, guys. So here's the thing. I want you to just every single coaching session, whatever it is, like just do something. I don't care what it is, like do something that is going to drive your business forward. You're an athlete. You guys, I want to share with you the correlations with being an athlete and being in real estate. What are those things, right? The perseverance, the teamwork, the grit, the humility, being a team player. That's the correlation, right? How does I'm just thinking, because I'm looking at the screen, I'm looking at Jeff, I'm looking at Chris, like you guys are athletes. What is the correlation between athlete and being in business, right? Thinking about getting in business as a single mom, here's 5 things that you should know before you get into real estate, right? What are the 5 mistakes new real estate agents make in their first year in real estate, right? Why is this the best time for consumers to purchase a home? Don't buy a house if you're this, right? Like find ways to like hook people and be like, wow, okay, cool. I love this, right? So like, think about this as when you're watching a commercial, when you're listening to the radio, when you're hearing all these things, there's marketing in every single thing that we do in our life. If you look for it, look at the messages like, oh, that got me. I want you guys to go back and I want you to watch the ad campaign, Think Differently. And we talked about this the other day. Think Differently was a completely different approach to a technology company when there was you know, all the big box names that were using technology names. Apple made their company and they called it Apple, right? Well, when they created the Think Differently campaign, it was all about how do we challenge the status quo? How do we change the way that people communicate for the rest of our lives, right? 1,000 songs in our pocket. Like attach that to something that's meaningful, you guys. And so bring people in, create, have some fun with it. On Monday, I want you guys to spread the word. We have Chelsea Peets is going to come in and do a presentation for us. The original connection was made by Joellen. So Joellen, I want to thank you. Her and I have been speaking over the last couple months. And so I'm really, really excited to have her on. So normally we have guests on Wednesdays. However, based on her schedule, I had to get her in on Monday. So bring the fire, bring a guest. You guys, this is just a great platform for you to bring people to for attraction. If you attract at a high level, you'll make more money and you will not have to sell real estate in 10 years from now because we're all going to be living on an island and living off a rev share. That's my plan. Hopefully you guys are going to be joining me. So you guys have a wonderful, wonderful day. If you need anything, I am available. Even though I'm here with my family, this is a work day. My lady's like, well, how many appointments do you have? I'm like, I have 11 and I have to hit the road at 3 o'clock. So I have all of that before 3 o'clock. And so just go out there and make shit happen, you guys. Create it. Go out there, shake the tree, do what Damien's doing, do what Cynthia's doing. Cynthia has always created cool video, but now she's just more intentful with, and she has more intent with the things that she's creating. So get out there and have some fun, take some massive action, go out there, hold your open houses this weekend, but don't just go put up a fucking couple signs and open the doors. Like you need to knock. You need to make sure the community knows. Let the local businesses know, like let people know who Colette is. And I'm going to be representing on 123 Main Street, roll through because you are a community leader. You probably want to know the people that are going to be living in this community because they're going to be eating at your establishment. Come by my open house. If not, just help me spread the word. Cool, Tom, I'll be back for a piece of pizza later. That's fucking building, you guys. So go out there and don't just put up 17 signs. Go out there and talk and invite and build and grow and tell your beautiful story your way. Have a wonderful, wonderful day. I appreciate you guys more than you will ever know. I am grateful for you. Peace, love. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend.